ready, MP. Mama, there goes that man. There he is.
Happy holidays, everyone. Welcome to our coverage of the And Grant, by now, many of the questions we had coming into the season have been answered.
Oh, no question, B.A. But it's still a long way to go. We know how much can change over the course of a season, so I wouldn't be surprised if a contender or two has yet to emerge.
Well, as the saying goes, gotta give the people what they want. MP is looking to reward his hometown fans' dedication by putting on a show. And most importantly, bringing home a win. Not just tonight, but he's determined to win a ton here at home.
I think it's a really admirable goal to be a truly fearsome home team. Not just because it intimidates your opponents, but because it shows MP's commitment to delivering for these fans. He knows they're here to see their team win big, and so that's what he wants to deliver for them night after night inside this arena.
And now the Los Angeles starters. They've got Hayes, and it's Grant in at the one. All right, let's throw it over to Allie, who has a report on MP.
BA, I asked MP how they'd be approaching home games this season, and he said, I told my guys, we have to do better this year, period. When the game is in our house, we owe it to our fans to win it. Guys, I can get the feeling this isn't going to be an easy stop on the road for anyone.
Nope, and MP always working for the people, Allie. It's so interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, B.A., that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in L.A., they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed. And now they're postseason regulars in the league.
To the paint. And he can't get that one. Good work defensively by Hill. And so Grant will bring it up for the Clippers. Defeated by Washington in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
They just weren't careful with the rock. The passing was loose. The ball handling was lackluster. That's not how you win in this league.
Well, their defense wasn't exactly solid in that game. So if they could make up for mistakes by causing some turnovers, it might have helped. They didn't even get those.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Here's Alvarez. It's hauled in by Rollins.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those. Man, right off the bat, super sharp here offensively. 4 of 5 so far.
Here's Grant. After the basket by Memphis on the other end. Alvarez. No good on the triple.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide-open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Here's Blunt. 23 points his last outing. And now... And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. The Clippers on top, leading by 3. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Hello and welcome. Let's get right into it. The story tonight is a tight matchup for the Clippers after 2 quarters.
Playing well on the road can be very difficult. They're doing a good job despite the challenges.
Away from home, they aren't letting the crowd get into their heads. In fact, they've looked comfortable at times. And the next topic to touch on, a look at which players might be appearing in the upcoming dunk contest. That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. They've got Griffin, and it's Rollins in at the center position. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Grizzlies trail by 3. To the inside. Here's MP. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Hill's got 6 rebounds in the game. Okay, it appears an injury out on the floor, and that does not look good.
And you guys know that this is something every player worries about, no matter your age or your ability.
Yep, you can do all the stretching and all the strength training, eat right, train right, but at the end of the day, it's pretty random.
The Clippers lead by 3. Pass to Hayes. Grant outside. Now Hayes from outside the arc. Griffin pulls down the board. Griffin's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Rollins passes to Armstrong. Here's MP. MP getting it done inside.
If you get it to MP that close to the hoop, he's going to cash in.
Here's Alvarez. And here's Grant from the arc. There's the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. So it's Los Angeles now. They lead by 1. Hayes for 3.
Oh, man, what happened at halftime? Since then, they're 0 for 4.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
Los Angeles has got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. Grant outside. Pass to Alvarez. There's a screen. Shot on the wing. And the Clippers miss again.
Things have been a little bumpy coming into the second half. 5 straight misses.
That gives them the lead. MP's got 8.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through.
And the foul called on MP. That's his 5th.
Substitution on the court.
So on the floor for the Clippers. They've got Hayes, and it's Hill in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Big ups to this coaching staff. Great play design there.
The Clippers in the lead. Here's Hudgens. He drops it from range.
Well, he now has 4 3-pointers this game, guys. 2 in each half. He's really spacing out the floor for his teammates.
And MP throws it down.
Love the strong finish by MP, leaving no room for error with the flush.
There's the triple. And it's Hudgens missing.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets.
Pass to Hudgens. This one for three. He drains it. Made half his shots. He's 5 for 10 now.
Backing up that last three with another three. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
MP shot is off. Well, the defenders stop. So it's the Clippers taking the W in a close one. This was a hard fought.
At least you get some extra rest tonight. Get the popcorn ready. It's game time.
Fans live for games like this one.
At shooting guard, standing 6'8", number 75, MP.
Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready. Doris, a good old-fashioned East versus West showdown tonight. Here we go, everybody. This should be a beauty.
Kev, you can feel the excitement in this building. Number one, when it's a cross-conference rival, you know you only get to see this twice per year. And the rivalry is what makes this so much fun.
We know MP never misses a chance to show up for his team's fans. And this season, he's going the extra mile by committing to winning every home game he plays in. That's a pretty bold objective.
And the jury is still out on whether MP can make that a reality this year. Being a dominant home team takes time and commitment. It's not something you can just say. You have to do it night in and night out.
And we have to mention, Greg, the utter dominance MP has shown recently, right? A huge scoring night for him on insane efficiency. The numbers, you can't even believe what you're reading.
you just don't see stat lines like the one that MP had very often. Kevin, it looked like he had a cheat code on the way. He was making everything from the floor.
Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Parks is out there with Washington. Then there's Randolph. Then there's Forte. And it's Scott in at the center. And for the inside scoop on MP, and I mean inside, let's send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. MP talked to me about the importance of today's game. He said we know we need to be in a better position than last season, and it's up to us. We have to win these games at home. No excuses. They are locked in and focused today. Kevin?
Boy, doesn't it sound like a DA? Wow, that's something else. Good stuff.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
So for Cleveland, their last game, a win against the Raptors in Toronto. Here's Parks. Misses the three.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed. And that's another basket for him. They have really come out blazing here in the first.
Cavaliers have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Outside, Randolph. Washington passes to Randolph. Sinks the triple. Randolph's got 6 points.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And it's Forte missing.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
MP again. 12 points for him.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. Taking a look at Cleveland. They're down in the bottom of the conference. Their fans hope they can turn it around and show some improvement. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, here's Washington. Rollins grabs the board, and the Grizzlies leading by 11. Takes it from 10, and Griffin with the score. The assist by MP.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
And here are the Grizzlies. They're on a 19-6 run. No good. That's just his first miss in 7 shots. Forte, the pass to Randolph. And stolen by MP. Here's Kalmuski. No good with the layup. The Cavaliers trail by 13. Pass to Forte. Now, here's Washington. A shot by Randolph. Nobody around. Good on the triple. And here are the Grizzlies now. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Yeah, they were able to maintain focus in a hostile environment, and that led to taking shots that made sense.
Well, I'm sure they're still enjoying that one. You love going into a tough building, tough place to play, and shooting the lights out. Nothing like silencing the crowd.
A shot by Washington, and he's wide open.
And how about the interior defense here early on? They have really shut down their men.
And the dunk by MP.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Here's Forte. 11-point game his last outing. Tipped away. Griffin with the steal. Pass to Armstrong. On beyond the arc. A rebound by Washington. The Cavaliers trail by 14. Randolph with the ball. Now defended by MP. And that one is good. Randolph's got 11 points.
Well, this quarter has been all about this guy. He is trying to close the gap in the score.
Here's Kalmuski. It's good from long range.
And their offense teams already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
And the foul called on MP. That's his fourth foul of the contest.
And that was the gamble to keep him on the floor with all those early fouls. And it looks like they've lost the bet.
Here's Mobo. Last time out he had 14 points. Randolph can't hit. Here's MP. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And here we can check out the story for MP.
And when it comes to his scoring, he's enjoying a fantastic run. He's brought his points per game average up thanks to the work he's done in the past 10, and maybe he's got another big one in store tonight.
Memphis leading by 17. To the inside. And MP throws it down.
Guys, it is clear MP is feeling it, and the best way to keep that rolling is keep giving him the basketball.
Pass to Washington. Here's Mobo. Looking to end the run. It's rebounded by Memphis. Griffin's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Ripped away. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul.
Yeah, that one put him over the limit.
So it's Memphis, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We come back right after this.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us. It would be an understatement to say it's been a great half for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Hey, these guys are a bunch of artists, man. You know why? They live for the paint.
Oh, that joke was weak, but their play style is Diesel approved.
I wouldn't say the joke was weak, it just needed a capper. And now that we have some time, let's see how the All-Star voting is shaping up.
At times in the past, we've teased the fans for how they voted, but it's not easy, man. There's a lot.
And that concludes.
Well, we've got a... Cavaliers shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. So with Griffin sitting on the bench, here's who's on the floor for Dave Yeager. We've got Monroe, also Cheeks out there, and it's Joseph in at the 5 spot.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
And there's the bucket from MP.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Forte, the pass to Washington. 6 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. Adds in, coming off an assist from Randolph. Randolph's got 5 assists in the game. It's picked off. Forte, the pass to Scott. Joseph with the rebound. And for Memphis, they're shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. MP, no good. Greg, we see the NBA. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Can't be reaching like that, MP. They don't even know what's coming for them.
Facing one of the heavyweights tonight.
Welcome all. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, BA. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
And one thing we've been keeping track of here, MP's not in my house declaration. He wants them to be the best home team in this league.
And it's been a mixed bag so far, but he's taken any home loss very seriously. And I know you want to treat every game the same, whether it's at home or on the road. But for players like MP, there's a certain level of pride that makes these games different.
And now the Los Angeles starters. They've got Johnson. And so in the game for Los Angeles, they've got Johnson, and it's Hansen in at the power forward. Inside, here's MP. Power move from MP.
And even with the bump, MP was able to keep his body balanced and knock down the jet.
A foul called on MP. That's his third foul so far. And coach doesn't like the call at all. He's opting to use his challenge. He wants the officials to look at the So it's Los Angeles up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. They put in work down low, getting in close and scoring in bunches. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
Pleased to have you tune in. What better way to start than by checking out the contenders for the dunk contest on All-Star Weekend?
We've been talking about this contest since the season began. I don't want to talk anymore. I just want to get to it.
But the selection process builds anticipation, Shaq. You know all good entertainment needs drama.
La 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 la. I don't want to talk no more.
And let's talk now about that first half. What a commanding start for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Well, you look at all the assisted buckets, I like how they're working together. Ball movement and selfless play can be infectious.
Excuse me, are infectious and contagious the same thing?
You're the doctor. Thanks for tuning in.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. They've got MP, and it's Alexander in at the 1. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies.
Well, I love the aggressiveness from MP. Great work getting into the lane.
The Lakers lead by 12. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Spurs was all business. He had 25 points and made an effort to share it with his guys, too. We should have expected a game like that, given his impressive form of late. We'll see if he keeps going tonight. Brian?
Yeah, Ali, he put forth a commanding performance and led the charge for his squad.
Yeah, it's clear this guy is unafraid. He relishes the opportunity to take over for his team.
Yeah, so now the question is, can he do it again? Playing like that consistently is not easy.
Stan, certain NBA teams take on the identity of their home. Like the Grizzlies, for example. They call Memphis Grind City.
Well, Brian, I think it's a perfect fit. Hard-working people in a hard-working city, and they want a hard-working team. You know, guys, there's really no substitute for the effort MP brings.
Bender, no good.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for them that time.
MP shot is off. The Lakers have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Here's Hunt. Shot is good, off the back rim and in. Hunt's got 5 points now this quarter.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on, they're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Stewart outside. The 3 is up. It's hauled in by Rollins. Grizzlies trail by 15. MP no good. Here's Bender. 16 points for him. And the foul called on MP. That's his 4th. The Grizzlies shooting at about 44% so far. On the court for the Lakers to start the 4th. And it's Hansen in at the 5, down low.
MP just showing off the vert.
Pass to Hunt. Lets it go from the wing. The rebound by Moody. Moody's got 8 rebounds in the game. To the middle. Getting it done inside. MP.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
The Lakers lead by 8. Stolen by MP. With the drive. And MP throws it down.
Yeah, just punching it in off the drive. You love seeing MP just go in there with a lot of force.
Allen outside. Fires the 3. And the three-pointer goes. And the Lakers lead by 9.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
That one falls.
And talk about imposing your will. That's 10 straight points in the paint.
Hunt passes to Allen. Fires the 3. Memphis with a rebound. Moody's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Here's MP. Uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, attacking on the interior, MP can be relentless.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. No good from outside. Grizzlies trail by 5. They've been taking care of business.
Especially at the offensive end, where they've been totally in sync.
And he makes it.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
The Lakers have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. From behind the arc. The rebound by Moody. Moody's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. A nice shot by MP. And now just a 1-point Laker lead.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
Allen outside. The 3-ball. He buries it from 3. Allen's got 6 here in the quarter.
He's looked like a totally different player in the second half. That's his 3rd triple.
MP, the pass to Joseph. Back to MP. Pass to Moody. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Los Angeles leading by 4. And the foul called on MP. That's his 5th foul. Stewart, the pass to Johnson. That one goes. Count it. Johnson's got 25 points.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
Here's Stewart driving to the basket. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the 3.
They're also doing a good job working the ball inside tonight. The defense has been struggling to slow them down there in the paint.
And MP's team needed that one. Nice poise right there.
Now here's Stewart. Pass to Hunt. Here's Bender. And the 3 off target. Grizzlies trail by 5. Down low. Here's MP. And he drops it in from the low post. He's got 22.
Yeah, I love how aggressive MP is being right now. Every time he touches the ball, he's looking to capitalize.
Allen, the pass to Hunt. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Memphis has gone 4 of 8 from 3-point land during the fourth. Back to MP. 1:57 left in the fourth. Hunt. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Here's MP. MP hammers it down.
Just such a terrific dunk.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. Out to the right wing. Here's Bender. 3-pointer Stewart. Ooh, he's now 7 for 12.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
A minute and a half left to play in the fourth quarter. And it's in there. MP's got 26.
2 gritty points for MP. Didn't let the contact slow him.
Stewart outside. The 3-pointer off the mark. Memphis trailing here. And he hits it to tie the game.
And that finally gets them back to even.
It took a while, but they've chipped away, and now it's anyone's game.
Pass to Bender. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Rollins. The Grizzlies shooting it well. Almost 50% from the floor. Here's MP. And here's Griffin. To the right side. To the middle. Here's MP. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter to take the lead. Second chance shot. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
It's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Three-pointer, Stewart. Oh, he drained it from downtown.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Rollins goes back up. Yes! Oh, what a sensational bucket. That brings him within one. 17 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. And the Grizzlies making a change here. He hits the first one, and that'll put him up 2. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 3-point game.
Delivering exactly what they needed from the line. He secures the 3-point lead.
Timeout, Grizzlies. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
Tricky situation here. They need some kind of bucket to stay alive.
Yeah, the clock is their enemy, and they know it. We'll see if they go for the tie or try and get a quick one. Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
He gets the first, and that'll put him up 2. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. To the inside. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. And that one misses. For the win! Oh, no good! We're headed for overtime. Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action. Boy, these teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters. Now we're headed to overtime. This one should be fun. Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do this in real game.
They've got Johnson, and it's Stewart in at the 2-guard spot.
There are no easy comebacks, but they really had to dig deep for this one.
Yeah, there is no quit in this team. Making up for that slow start with great composure and determination.
Memphis leading. Tipped. And here's Stewart to the left side wing. Here's Hunt. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. And the Grizzlies shooting around 50% in the game so far. Here's Alexander. And another basket for Memphis.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
Great action here if you're just joining us. About a minute into OT. Pass to Bender. 3-pointer, Stewart. Johnson passes to Allen. And the foul on the shot. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And the first one at the line is good. So both free throws good from Allen. Here's Alexander. Here's MP. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
Well, he sends it inside where they can get a high percentage look. That's just great basketball.
Pass to Bender. The 3 is up. And again, the Lakers, no good. Memphis leading by 4. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Stewart. Fast break. Here come the Lakers. Here's Hunt. The Lakers with another miss.
Well, it's just not been his night. He's finding good looks, but they're just not falling.
MP, that one's good.
Just taking what the defense allows. That's MP.
Now here's Stewart. Defense is right there. Nails it from 3. Bender's got 29.
Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
to the wing. Back to MP. The Lakers with a rebound. Allen's got 9 rebounds now. Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Here's Hunt. And there's a minute 45 left to play in overtime. Three-pointer Stewart. On target from range. He has 29 now.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You've got to contest the shot better than that.
MP no good. The Lakers trail. Pass to Hunt. Here's Bender to take the lead. To tie it up. Three-pointer Stewart. Memphis with a rebound. Rollins is for Memphis. They've gotten 5 of 7 attempts to go here in OT. MP shot is off. And for Los Angeles, they're shooting it well. Almost 50% from the floor. Johnson passes to Stewart. Here's Bender. And that misses. That would have put him up. Well, Memphis shooting around 50% of the game so far.
Talk about a guy who can handle the pressure. MP.
Lakers call timeout. Here's Hunt. Stewart outside. Pass to Bender. Sends it home from three-point land.
Well, maybe not the shot they were looking for there, but the defense gave it to him, and he knocked it down.
It seems like every miss ends up in his hands. He's been unreal.
Yeah, he's been a beast on the glass. A monster night for him.
He came out aggressive in overtime with little to show for it.
And they committed intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty. And here's Memphis. It's a one-point game. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And no good, as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. And he ends up making the second. And that'll put him up 2. Lakers call timeout. And looking at the options here, what do you think is being discussed?
More than enough time to get a bucket.
No doubt, but they might have to draw up something that the defense isn't expecting.
Here's Hunt. Pass to Bender to take the lead. Can't knock in the 3. And so it's the Grizzlies who come out on top here. It was touch and go there for a while, but in overtime, they caught a second win.
They really did, and it was wild. Everything it took just to get to the extra period, and then their surge at the end. Whew.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Alongside Stan Van...
Another day, another win. Good work. They're a good team, so we're going to win.
About to tear it up.
These are the games you have to win to be taken seriously.
Maybe we'll do all on that. You know, just use them full after playoffs.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single. Now the weekend obviously is in full swing, and there should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Something we've been watching closely is MP's promise to get the win in home games this season. He's been very vocal about wanting to deliver for these fans.
And I think MP is on the right path in terms of making that a reality. His efforts on their home court have been terrific in giving his team and the fans something to rally around. Now, it's really just a question of sustainability and stringing together a long stretch of consistency.
A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. They've got Oliver, and it's Raja in at the point.
Good work by MP. He gets positioned inside and capitalizes. Yeah, quick foul to pick up right away here in the first quarter.
Here's Raja. Playing Memphis, he was nearly unstoppable. Here's Hall. That three off the mark. Memphis with the ball. It's deflected. Down low. Here's MP. And Cunningham with the block. First quarter, just over a minute played. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changing. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Houston's gone just 1 of 4 for three-point range here in the first. Hutchins can't hit. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. MP, no good.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Hall, no good.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring, but let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Here's MP. Looks good. Is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
Hall, that's good. Hall's got 6.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Elijah, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy.
Taking a look at the Rockets. Frazier is out there at first. Then it's Wilkins. Then it's Ball. And it's Raja in at the 1 spot. MP, no good.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Ball, no good. And the Grizzlies leading by 7. Here's MP. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. Paxson, he's checked in for Frazier.
Number 14.
Last game for the Rockets, they picked up the win against Memphis.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
There's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor, because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier.
Right side Wilkins from downtown, and Moody pulls it down.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Back to Joseph. Got it. Good job on the low post. Joseph's got the opening field goal in the second quarter for the Grizzlies. Rockets trail by 9. And the foul called on MP. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that's his 4th foul. And we're not even at halftime. That is going to limit his playing time and his aggressiveness the rest of the game.
The Rockets making a switch here. Oliver's checked in.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
You know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Well, it was the Memphis Grizzlies in their last game, a loss to the Rockets. And they go to the intentional foul. So it's the Memphis Grizzlies in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of the points coming right at the rim. And we've got more in 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Hey everybody, halftime is upon us, and the scoreboard showing a deficit for the Houston Rockets.
I mean, it's pretty simple. More rebounds, more opportunities. Right now, they're getting crushed on the glass, Shaq.
From where I'm sitting, I don't see the energy, and I do not see the effort.
All right, let's switch it over. See what the fans are posting on social media. Low-key Christoph wants to know, Shaq, what's the best nickname that you've ever created for somebody else?
I gotta go with one of my more recent creations for Demontis Sabonis. Lithuania lasagna, a.k.a. Sacramento specialty.
Ooh. Usually save the best nicknames for yourself, but I gotta give it to you. I like that Lithuanian lasagna. That's pretty good.
Hey, the nicknames never stop for the big fella.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
We played through the first half. This ends up going with the new group. Timeout called the Grizzlies. Cunningham on the wing. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Joseph's got his 5th rebound in this one. So with Griffin sitting on the bench, here's who's on the floor for Dave Hughes. Got Moody. Also cheeks out there. And it's Wesley in the point guard.
Hey guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off. And you have to love the presence MP brings to the floor each and every night.
The offensive rebound, Cunningham. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Cunningham's got 5 points now this quarter. Here's MP. Ball with the rebound. Ball's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Oliver, and he jams it with authority.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision excellent.
And the Grizzlies leading by 23. On the wing, MP. Covered by Cunningham. Here's MP. He's off on that one. Cunningham with some nice D. Hall, no good. Memphis has gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. The Grizzlies with another miss. Houston's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
The drive by MP. Right side, Joseph. Memphis moving that ball around. Here's Ball. rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Joseph's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And the basket by MP.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
For the defense,
so no problem for Memphis as they get the win. A 49 night dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean,
Okay, good. That's how we stand on business.
Can't be reaching like that, Eddie. Visualize a win tonight. Then go out and take it.
We're doing Marte too. Marte, wait, we got to do that.
Facing one of the heavyweights tonight.
Welcome, everyone. What better way to end the weekend? We should see some great ball movement with these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
they're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
And another home game for MP. Another opportunity for he and his squad to squash a quality team on their home floor. A matchup they haven't been quiet about wanting to win.
You know, I really like the resolve that MP has shown in his attempt to defend his home court. It hasn't all been smooth sailing, but even when things have gotten tough, MP has been steadfast in the pursuit of his goal. And I think the rest of his team has taken on that demeanor as a result.
Here's the starting group for Portland. We've got Henderson, and it's Payne in at the 2. Henderson misses. Pass to MP. And MP throws it down.
MP just showing off the vert.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
He's not playing.
Here are the 5. Portland has to start the second. They've got Owens. And so it's Portland, leading by 17 at the end of the period. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break.
Welcome, everybody. This game revealing a big disparity in play. What a performance so far for the Portland Trailblazers.
They know how to draw whistles. They're attacking, but being smart about it.
This is what you do when you play a team that has no discipline.
Taking a closer look at the first half matchups, these two guys have led the way for their teams.
Yeah, they're both smart driven.
Thanks for tuning in.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. They've got Griffin, and it's Rollins in at the center position. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is. Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Out to the right wing from downtown. Here's Webb. Second chance effort. Grizzlies with the rebound. At the conclusion of this one, they're off to Brooklyn where they'll face the Nets. And that starts a 4-game road trip for them.
You got to be ready to fire off a pass. And credit to MP. He did not hesitate at all.
And they go to the intentional foul. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth. We've got Henderson, and it's Freeman Liberty in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's MP, and MP throws it down.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hop, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. MP against Henderson. Three-pointer off the mark. Well, the Grizzlies shooting only 40% from the floor in this game. Pass to Wesley. And here's Moody inside. Here's MP. Owens grabs the board.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
Now Henderson, three-pointer, and score it. That now makes him 7 for 11 in this game.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
Bolden, he's checked in for Memphis. Henderson for three. Drops in the three. Henderson's got 9 points now in the second half.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
MP no good.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
You know, Grant, we've seen career performances in the play-in tournament, but the stats don't... Memphis. Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
And things are definitely working offensively. A balanced attack is just so much harder to defend.
And it's Temple missing.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Pass to Griffin. Here's Hudgens. Here's Rollins. And that one's good. Nice job on the glass as they picked up 2 on the second effort.
And he's doing everything he can offensively to lift them out of this hole. But I'm not sure his hot shooting can do it alone.
So it's the Trailblazers winning this one easily. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let any...
The best team usually loses 10 games a year.
At least you get some extra rest tonight. Crowd looks hot tonight. Better come with me.
Okay. Looking out, you guys, the playoffs is... We're gonna win that.
These are the games you have to win to take it serious.
get that.
Greetings, everyone. Glad to have you with us on this Wednesday night. And these two teams are both aggressive, attacking in transition.
Well, you've got to play to your scripts, right? But really, the league in general is looking for early offense. These teams, no different.
And these home games have been very important to MP this season. He wants his squad to be seen as one of the toughest and most reliable home teams in the NBA.
And I think these home fans are very pleased with what MP has done this year. They're not an easy stop on the road for anyone. Whenever they are here on this floor, they are competitive and playing to win.
The starters for the Utah Jazz, they've got Dawkins. Reynolds is out there with Martin. Then there's McMillan, and it's Wright in at the small forward. And so he hits both. You know, Greg, thinking back to the glory days in Utah, they went to back-to-back finals in 97 and 98.
Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that Stockton-Malone era, they just couldn't overcome the dynastic Bulls. The Jazz still searching for that first NBA title.
Here's Martin, pass to Dawkins. The three. Rollins grabs the board. And for the Grizzlies, they come in off a good outing against the Portland Trailblazers. And the shot goes down.
MP showing you he's not afraid to mix it up. Absorbs the contact, no problem.
Now here is Martin. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Boy, high percentage shot, so valuable. MP making sure he doesn't waste an opportunity.
And so they choose. Jazz leading by 10. They've got MP, and it's Hudgens in at the 2 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Pass to Wingate. The 3 from Dudley. Joseph with the rebound. Joseph's got his 4th rebound in this one. MP passes to Moody, and it goes down 2 points. Moody's got his second basket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Really left alone that time. And the Jazz lead by 12.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Utah. Clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. It's the Jazz. They're up by 10. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports.
Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. How about we start out with the Western Conference and how those teams are stacking up?
Oh, wait, yeah. And taking a look at Memphis, they're right around where we expected them to be at this point. Nothing to be ashamed of. They've had some great wins. And now they know exactly what they need to work on to become contenders next year.
And now, how about those first 2 quarters of play? Just a dominating performance for the Jazz.
So they've got some firepower coming off that bench, man. And not just complimentary scorers. We're talking about primary options.
Which makes this club really difficult to defend for an entire game because they always have fresh people coming in. And that about wraps it.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. And it's right with the ball for the Jazz. 17 points was their biggest margin. So on the floor for Utah. Martin is out there with Reynolds. And it's McMillan, and it's Dawkins, and it's Wright in at the three spot. And it's McMillan missing.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Back to MP. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Jazz leading by 10. Pass to Reynolds. It's up a three, and it's Griffin with the rebound. And for Memphis, they're shooting 43% from the floor. MP passes to Rollins and slammed up by Rollins.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. I don't mean style points. Another miss by Utah.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
MP converting the top pocket.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. Right. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Here's Reynolds. And he's good on the three ball. Reynolds has got 11 points.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first four here in the third.
MP, no good.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
And Dawkins slams it in.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Here's Martin. Finished off the break. He has 7.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. Here's Reynolds. And a miss there on the triple.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Martin against MP. Pass to Rollins. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got 3 assists tonight.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
And the Jazz call time here. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Hudgens is checked in. And as we march through the end of March, a chance now to look through the... The Jazz shooting at 50% in a decent group. MP out there with Armstrong. Then there's Moody. And it's Joseph in at the 5 down low. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
And an intentional foul right there. Grizzlies.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
Right side, Griffin. Griffin with the steal. Here's Kalmuski. Utah with the rebound. Chandler outside. Here is Wingate. Off target with his 3. And for Memphis, they're shooting about 42% so far. MP, no good. It's been all Jazz. 3 on 3. The 3 from Dudley. Alexander grabs the board. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Dudley with it. Pass to Wingate. Nailed from 3-point land. Wingate's got 8 here in the quarter.
Building confidence in that deep ball. 1 from distance in the first, 2 in the second.
And MP throws it down.
Rocking the rim. MP injecting some energy into his squad.
Here is Wingate. And the foul called on MP.
We all going to.
And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. This crowd with...
Can't be reaching like that, MP.
Why we got a face stand? Guys, that's John Scott. Goodbye. See you guys next time. You show Scott. See you guys next time. See you guys next time. See you guys next time. You show Scott. See you guys next time. You show Scott. See you guys next time. See you guys next time. We'll do it. Players. Live stream while we're on. See you guys next time. See you guys next time. See you guys next time.